Marathon is officially available. The launch is here, and it did not great, not terrible. These are some of the stats, and the craziest part about the launch is how it's getting absolutely manhandled by an indie game, Slay the Spire 2, that is in early access right now. An indie game from a smaller studio compared to Bungie from Sony that was purchased for about $3.8 billion, put hundreds of millions of dollars into this game, and it's failing to an indie studio. Once again, I feel like this is the same conversation we have every time with these, but Marathon launch stats via SteamDB falls to third trending, does not appear in the top 10 most played, does not appear anywhere in hot releases. Meanwhile, Slay the Spire 2, an indie game that also released today, and it's, again, early access, not even the full game. Number 1 in trending, number 3 most played, number 4 hot releases. There you go. Slay the Spire overtook Resident Evil Requiem as well. And then you have Marathon in third place. This is like the active players now for a game that's been out for a little bit and honestly doesn't even have that long of a game to play through. People are saying it's like 8 to 10 hours to beat Resident Evil Requiem. And it's still holding strong over 100,000 concurrent players, which tells you that there are a lot of people buying the game still and playing it right now to compete and still be topping Marathon. Most played games, Counter-Strike 2, as always, Dota 2, and then Slay the Spire 2. And then Arc Raiders. But wait, I'm sure Marathon is here somewhere. Let me check. Nope. No Marathon anywhere on the entire most played list. Okay. Hot releases. Resident Evil Requiem, Slay the Spire 2, Poker Night at the Inventory, Legacy of Kain, Defiance Remastered, God Hand. We have a lot of games here, but nowhere on the hot releases will you find Bungie's Marathon. Curious. And this was earlier on launch day, 83,000 currently playing. It peaked at 86,000. It since bumped a little bit, but then fell from that. I think the new peak right now is around 88,000. Whereas Slay the Spire 2 initially peaked at 177. It has gone up from there. Let's actually check it right now. This was from earlier. Marathon, let's refresh. Oof. That's not good. This is launch day, Thursday night. As of recording this, 8:51 p.m. Pacific time. This is right now prime gaming time for most people. Right now, right this time. That is not great. Let's have a look at Slay the Spire 2. This is earlier. Holy, it's making new higher highs as time goes on. Approaching 300,000 concurrent players right now. Over 200,000 players more concurrently than Marathon's 76,000. Not great. Dexerto, indie game Slay the Spire 2 just launched in early access on Steam and has, this was when they posted it, 145,000 active players. It beats out Marathon, which has 85,000. Fem Kujuro says, Highguard had a higher peak player count than Marathon. Oh, no. Now, to be fair, Highguard was a free-to-play game, but still. Wario64, 1 hour concurrent user counts on Steam for when these both launched. They were pretty neck and neck. Slay the Spire 2 and Marathon. It really broke away, though, as the day went on. Very Dark, LOL, Marathon, Slay the Spire 2. Crazy. Pirate Nation, indie card game Slay the Spire 2 has surpassed AAA game Marathon as Steam's global top seller. And this is by total sale dollars amount. So that means they need to be selling basically 2 of these for every 1 marathon to be on top of it. And they're doing that, which is a lot of sales. This guy, this is cope to the extreme here. To be fair, Slay the Spire 2 is a sequel to a beloved cult classic with a guaranteed built-in audience. And Marathon is a brand new IP trying to establish itself in a crowded market. The comparison isn't entirely fair. That said, Bungie still needs to seriously reconsider everything about how they've communicated this game to the public. I said, is this a serious comment? Does this guy not know that Marathon is rebooted from an early trilogy? Oh, my camera just went out. Hold on. How long has my camera been out for? Should be good now. That was very strange. Anyways, I said, is this a serious comment? Laugh my ass off. Marathon isn't a brand new IP. It's a highly anticipated reboot of the 90s game that inspired Halo. There should be nostalgia. There should be Marathon fans. Like this is the cope that people are trying to explain away with an indie game coming in and completely eating the lunch of a multi-billion-dollar company and hundreds of millions of dollars poured into a game to just completely fall flat in comparison. Kyle, you don't talk about how the game with the ugly art design, everyone who likes it is forced to defend, can't sell microtransactions, and how might that affect the live of a live service game? It's funny because 2D gacha waifus, Marvel Rivals swimsuit skins make billions. This is quote tweeting Marathon Bulletin. All paid Marathon cosmetics are in the store. Man, they're so excited about that. Kyle says, watch out, Marvel Rivals. Oh, Lord, the cosmetics in this game. Yikes, bro. I think we all know how poorly this is going to function with the sales of cosmetics for the characters in this game. Because yikes, Tebow. Quote tweeting Laura, you can buy individual items without the bundle. This game's already better than Halo Infinite. Tebow, no one tell him Arc Raiders already did this. Kyle, I'm doing my part. I love you, card game. Watch how people react to Marathon's joke numbers and use that to contrast when Crimson Desert comes out. Great point. Slay the Spire 2 is going to completely explode the narrative that AAA games need this money. Investors going into the industry, putting the money into it in the future, are going to be asking a lot of questions. They're going to be like, wait, why can't we do what that indie studio did? Why do I need to justify hundreds of millions of dollars being invested into this game when we have indie studios being able to just completely destroy us? It's curious. Kyle, publishers could make mad money by picking a day and selling their game for $5. But no, Slay the Spire reaches 174,000 concurrent players on launch because players judge the price as more than worth it. PlayStation says, I have 200 hours in the first. Bang, meet, buck. Like I said, I have I think I'm over 300 hours in the first one on my cell phone. It's one of, if not the only, mobile phone games I've ever played. And it's like so easy to play. It does not require an internet connection, works on the subway, works on an airplane, works at the doctor's office. If you just want to play a game to pass the time somewhere, it is the perfect fix for it. It's so amazing. And there's no microtransactions, no internet required. You have a full game experience. I know that's wild to say in 2026, but here we are. Noah, I just bought Slay the Spire 2. I support that this game is humbling Marathon. Quote tweeting himself, Marathon released today on Steam. And the biggest release on Steam today is Slay the Spire 2. Meanwhile, we have Marathon stance. A Marathon super fan is celebrating the game's release by painting their entire car in its style. No offense. I think that's the ugliest car I've ever seen. But hey, super fan's got a super fan. Paul Tassi, lovable Forbes journalist who still has me blocked for whatever reason. I've been playing, but here comes the cope. It could be better. I'll say that. Definitely needs gains from here, not fall off. You can already tell Paul's trying to prep for it. He knows what's happening right now, and it's not great. It's not great. Victus Threx, watching Marathon get mogged by Slay the Spire 2 is the most hilarious thing after 2 weeks of Tard saying it's going to be the best thing ever. Maybe tomorrow, lol. Hey, maybe. My takeaway from this is it's not doing the numbers that I think Bungie and Sony had set out and expected from it. And something that I thought was fascinating was when I loaded up YouTube today, the first thing that was being shown to me was a live stream from Burnt Peanut, who I've never watched before. Apparently, I'm familiar with who he is, but apparently 1.68 million subscribers, 86,000 people watching him right now on the stream. Live Apex Legends with Hutch MF and Nick Merckx. That's what they're playing. Wasn't the Burnt Peanut the same guy saying, let them cook? If you guys shit on this, they're not going to make more new games. Let them cook. And then launch night at Marathon, he's playing fucking Apex Legends. Not the greatest look in the world. Not the greatest look in the world. And on top of that, we'll leave it at this. I said Ninja calls it quits on Marathon. Wow. So people trying to dunk on me for not being good enough to understand the game, which is why I didn't like it. We now have a pro gamer in Ninja just being like, I'm done with this, bro. And he's still got it, by the way. That's incredible work right there. You see that look he just gave? He's just like, holy fuck.
Tell me someone's got a backpack, bro. Dude, fucking leave! AI is harder than real players, bro. I can't stand this game. Holy shit, dude.
AI's harder than real players. I can't stand this game. Holy shit.
Dude.
And then what's he do? Exit to desktop. Quit out. Done.
Dude. I'm on the... Get me out, bro.
Get me out, bro. Wow. Like, again, what are people going to say? We have actual, like, pro gamers playing it being like, yeah, nope. Not a great look. Not a great look. And as of right now, before we end it here, as of right now, let me refresh. It's going down. It's under 75,000 right now. This is not good. This is not good. Going into a Friday for the weekend, on launch weekend for this game, I was thinking, oh, wow, it's off to a solid start. The second it launched, it hit 58,000 and then 63,000. It was climbing fast. I'm like, okay, this has a shot to get to 130, 150 if this keeps up at this rate. And then it got to like 70,000, 75,000. I was like, oh, wow, it's still going 80,000, 85,000. I was like, all right. And then 86,000. And then it fell from there. And then it bounced up again a little bit, got to 88, and then dropped straight from there. So not the greatest start. I thought it was going to be a lot better based on trajectory that it started with. But if this is what they have coming out of launch weekend, it will be deemed a massive failure by Sony internally. They're not going to say it. They would never come out and be like, hey guys, alert to the community, our game was a massive failure. They're not going to do that. So the shills and the stands are going to be like, oh, this is cool. It's like, no, We all know the numbers. We know the money that went into this game. We know that Sony had high expectations for this. These are not high numbers. This is not meeting any kind of expectations. This is bad. This is very bad. And if you want to say people aren't playing games anymore, then riddle me this. How do we have 281 to 282,000 people playing a game concurrently at the same exact time from an indie studio in early access? And miss me with the, oh, they're two completely different games, bro. I don't give a shit. It's what the people are playing. People are deciding. I don't want to play that game. It's what I said when they had the free Server Slam weekend. I didn't want to play it anymore after I played it and was like, yeah, that's what this game has to offer. I understand it enough to know that I don't like it. And I don't think there's enough here for me to invest into this world. So I'm out. Like the Kevin O'Leary. Sorry, I'm out. I don't want to participate my time in investing into this. I would much rather dive into Slay the Spire 2 and spend another 300 hours into that game because it's so good. That series is amazing. They understand what makes a game fun. When I was playing Marathon, I'm sure if you invest more time in it, you'll find pockets of fun in it. But it's not natural. You have to like work for the fun, and you have to like make the fun like an effort. And I guess that's the way some people squeeze fun out of games, is by forcing it. I'm like, to me, fun in a game has always come naturally. It hasn't been, I need to grind away at this to find the fun. And once I do, that fun will be even better because I finally found it. Like, okay, bro, I hope you have fun with doing that. It's very strange. It's very strange. But we will see, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted with Marathon's numbers as we go, because I am very curious to see not just how this does, but if it continues to drop, what the fallout from this game means for the greater Sony as a company, what they end up doing with Bungie, what they do with their plans moving forward. Because at the end of the day, I'm so tired of the stands, the fanboys getting mad at me for talking about this, saying, if you don't like it, that's fine, but why are you talking about it? Like, you don't understand the massive boulder for ripple effects that this will throw into the pond of gaming if this game is a huge disaster on top of Concord. Like, Sony cannot afford to keep doing this. Well, shit, Sony, they can afford to do it, but they're going to offload that cost to you. And that is how the game industry collapses onto itself, when they keep doing this kind of stuff. So even if I'm not playing the game, to me, it still impacts me as a fake gamer, that I'm curious to see what happens to the greater industry at large if this fails. So that's why it's not just me, by the way. That's why everyone cares about it, because we know there's a lot riding on this. We'll see. But for now, I'll leave that there. Sony Japan is definitely not happy. I'd be pissed right now. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, I'm not a violent person, but with that kind of money, I'd be throwing my wine glass against the wall. It's not good, guys. I don't know what to say. It's not cope. You don't see the fanboys, by the way. You don't see them try to run defense for it right now, because they know, they're scared. They're like, oh shit, it's not good. Especially in the face of this. Like, what? When I talk about this is how you know what a game is successful, this is what I like. This is the chart where it peaks and then continues to peak and then spikes harder and then continues to peak, levels off, and then spikes harder. This is a successful game. This is the chart for it. Not whatever the hell this is. You know what this is? This is different parts of the world playing the game, getting off work, leaving and stopping, and then other people getting off work and getting on it and replacing the people that left. Nobody new joining in or anything like that.